I'm Robin with ZIMMIE'S Simple Designs. So we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna do a snowman today, and he is good size. I'll hold him up here, and I didn't even think I probably could have measured him, but he's kind of tall. He's a tall one. And this is the base, our base of our wood kit. Then it comes with a cardinal with a little wing. It comes with 3 snowflakes, and of course his little nose, and then the brim of his hat is separate, and then you get the little heel and his little boot on here for our little snowman. So you got 2 of these. So this is a great kit. He's 18 inches tall. Yeah, he is a tall one. I guess I was a little surprised when I'm terrible when I read how tall something is or how big. Frustrates my husband if I read something, dimensions on something. Unless I can visually see it, I still can't figure out how big it is. I'm not good with, unless I can look at a measuring tape and say, oh yeah, I'm not good. I've got to visually see so I'm not good. Like I said, I'm not good with that. So, me too. Glad it's not just me. I mean, you can tell me all you want. It's 6 inches tall. It's like, yeah, that doesn't tell me anything. He laughs at me. Of course, he's, Mr. Precise when it comes to measurements and things. So, when we go to, I have him cut things or want things, he has a hard time changing up gears, and because I'm not in for perfection, but what he does, it has to be, and yeah. But we're gonna, I'm gonna add a little bow, and I'm gonna put a little fabric band on him, and I think I have these 2 little Jenga blocks, and I'm thinking I might glue them on the back of our little shoe right here to give him a little bit more dimension. I think is what we're gonna do. Is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna get going. I'm glad. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. And yes, I do have a sweatshirt on. Yeah, it doesn't mean a thing to me. Yep. That and directions. Don't ask me for directions. I mean, I can give you directions, but don't ask me if it's east, north, south, east, or west. I'm not good with that. That frustrates my husband too. If it's east, I don't know what you're talking about. I might originally, if he tells me I'm going east or whatever, but by the time we've turned and all that stuff, I've lost what direction we're going. So all the paint I'm going to be using today is from Nicole with a Frayed Knot. And for the body, we're going to use Angel, which is kind of a creamy color. It's not white. So, and then the other day I was looking through some stuff, and I found some more little pouncers. I keep saying I'm going to get one of those car sponges from Dollar Tree, and I always forget to. But we're going to use these because I like to leave the edge of your laser cut wood kits. I love that burnt edge, so I don't like to paint over it. But if you do, be my guest. I like leaving it alone. So if you want to leave it, pouncers work really great for that, or a car sponge to pounce it on there. Work really good for that. And I'm not going to worry about getting full coverage because we're going to sand this and add some wax to it and get it kind of grunged up. So Everybody having a good day so far? And I'm going to go up here just a little bit on this because that's going to get covered anyway by the... Hi, Marlene. How are you today? You're directionally got better. Had to learn fast. Yeah. My sister is really good with it, but I'm not. But she lived in San Diego for a while, and I think she kind of basically had to figure it out. You know what, Christina? I don't know how to cross post. I'm going to have somebody teach me how to do that, and it's fine. I've never... I've always just gone live on somebody's page. I don't know how to do that. Shelly, she has a website. If you go to her page, you can go into her about information. You have a link tree, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure she has a link tree. If you go to her page, in her link tree is her website. And I did, let's see if I can put it in there again. There's the link for the snowman right there. I just put it in there. So if you click that, it'll take you right to the snowman. But if you want to wait, I will also, I can put the link for the snowman in the comments of this video. So even after, you can go back into the comments after the video, and I will put the link in there for you if you don't want to leave now. So, and I poured way too much paint. You pinned it? Okay. Because I know I can't pin from your page, but my page I can, but cool. So Christina pinned the wood kit down at the bottom. So you guys can just click that link and it'll take you right to the snowman. I'm just using this paint up. I got poured out way too much, so I'm just going to go back over the top of this. It won't hurt anything, so... Anyway, I was going to ask, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Debbie, with Tailored by Debbie. Her little granddaughter had surgery. It was last Friday. It's either last Thursday or Friday. She's 3. And it had to do with her esophagus, and there was a couple things they had to repair, and last night they had to take her back to the hospital, and they readmitted her because she won't eat, and she was very dehydrated, and she's refusing to eat or drink. So if you guys could keep her in your prayers, that would be great. Her name, her little granddaughter's name is, so... I know she's there with her now. Yeah. It's tough when they're that little to have surgery, and then, you know, now she's not wanting to eat anything. And I don't know if it has to do with her, because it has to do with her larynx and stuff, if it hurts her, and that's why she's not wanting to eat or drink. But... yeah, and I know they kept her, I think, a day longer because she wasn't wanting to eat when she originally had the surgery, but seemed to be doing better. But I know last night they took her back to the hospital, and So that's just so tough. I know. That's so tough. I remember when my oldest son was in about 2nd grade, I didn't realize he was having problems with his appendix. And he had to have surgery. That's scary. Even my younger son had to have tubes. You know, it's scary when they're that little, when they have to have surgery like that. So now I'm using Crazy Crow, which is a kind of a, hey Rita, how are you? Yeah, Rita, I know. I'm on Christina's page today. I'm on her page. I am probably going to go live Thursday again on my page. I have a cute little craft I want to do. And this may take 2 coats, this black. So how you doing, Rita? Did you guys get rain this morning? It rained here most of the morning, hence the sweatshirt. Although I put the sweatshirt on because it was raining, and usually when it rains, it's, you know, kind of damp. And I knew I had to go out and do some sanding. And sometimes my husband's shop isn't as warm as it is in the house. So I put the sweatshirt on thinking it was going to be cool out there. It wasn't. And I just left the sweatshirt on. I haven't. Hi, Miriam. I just left it on. I just didn't take it off. I've been busy since I went out there, so. But I like this black. It's kind of a vintage black. You didn't get rain today? Yeah, we got quite a bit. I was really surprised. Like I said, it rained more. It was a nice soft rain too. So, and I know we sure could use it. How's Miriam today? You guys, if you aren't following Miriam, she's also one of Christina's affiliates. It's been raining there in parts of Ohio. Anyway, she does some amazing things. It's the Chameleon Dragon, right, Miriam? That's your page? Or Chameleon, not Dragon. Sorry, my mind went blank. Anyway, she does some amazing things with texture. It's hot there. Chameleon Decoupage, yeah. Anyway, she did a couple of projects, and oh man, she likes to use a lot of textures, and yeah, she does some really amazing things with some of Christina's wood kits. I was amazed at the last project you did. Her and then Jamie with Row. Gosh, live brain is real, guys. I know these page names, and it's like, she does a lot of the barn quilts. Yes, she is. I need to watch the last one she did, all of the layers and stuff. Oh, it was so pretty. Chris Hunter is also one of them. Row 12. I kept, 2 came to mind, but I knew that was not right. I needed to add a 1 in front of that. And Agnes with just that perfect piece. She is, yeah. Christina's got some amazing, wonderful affiliates. And they all have, each one of them, it's like each one of them has a talent, and they can, hello Elizabeth. They do, it's amazing because we're all individual. We can do the kits, take one kit and we can all do it differently. And it's, yeah. All right, we're going to move that out of the way, and we're going to paint these up. Yep, in our own style. That's right, Christina. I need to try and do one of the barn quilts. I keep saying I'm going to get one and try one. I think they kind of scare and kind of scare me. I don't know why. Because it can't be that hard. So we're going to get these all, my little boots and all this stuff, these all painted up. And Christina did come out with a couple of new wood kits. She has some cute little witches that she just came out with. She's got some good witches and some bad witches. And then she just came out with some really pretty, like an arched frame. Yeah, that's probably what it is. It's the color scheme, because you need to make it all kind of work together. They look like they're like a blank surface, and it's like an archway, and a silhouette, I think. Anyway, she just came out with them just this weekend, so you need to go check it out, all of her. And I'm sure she'll be coming out with some more. And then if you're big into like tiered tray stuff, she's got several of those for tiered trays. It's, and some farmhouse surfaces, inspired by, Created in Awe. It's kind of a blackish brown, Miriam. It's kind of like I know it does look brown, doesn't it? That's, I think, why I like it. Even though it's supposed to be black, it's more of like a vintage black. So it's got more of that brown tone to it. I have a lot of paint in this. And this doesn't, I don't know. So, and I'm not going to go really dark on the black. So, globs of paint there. Have a lot of paint in this. I don't know how that happened. So we're going to kind of get this. I've been sitting here waiting to go live. I was watching some old reruns of, hi Carolyn, CSI Nevada. Crime CSI, remember when that used to be on? Or Las Vegas. We used to watch it when it was on originally, but so I like to catch the reruns every now and then. How are you, Carolyn? I'm just kind of using up the paint that's in the sponge. I didn't want it to go to waste. You love crime? Yeah. But I'm bad about the real life, you know, crime scene type programs, you know, like Dateline and all of those, you know, that have to do with. My husband says, should I be worried? You know, he's all the time giving me a hard time about it. Should I be worried? You watch these all the time. All right. I think I'm going to put some of this paint. She says the same. Should I be concerned that you watch these all the time? I poured out a lot of black paint, and I don't want it to go to waste, so I'm putting it back. Yeah, he gives me a hard time. You just keep watching reruns of them? Yeah, Rita, so I. Just watch the reruns. And I forgot to paint my little snowflakes. Doggone it. I knew there was something I forgot to paint. Oh, well. We'll paint them here in a little bit. And I'm going to use pumpkin spice for his little nose. I might have a little bit. I may have to use a brush for this. You like SVU? I like that one too. I do like that one too. One of your favorites. Yeah, he's funny. The funny thing, until he retired, well, before he retired, well, shortly after he retired, of course, I used to watch Mark and Kelly, which in the morning, and my husband didn't really pay much attention to it, and now Mark on there does the he has to figure out whether the caller is saying if it's alive or it's a lie, which one's the lie or the truth. And my husband always comes in the house and watches that part of the show to see if Mark can guess it right. It's like, really? You didn't like the show to begin with, and now you're... Now you're watching it. All right. Him and the neighbor man, our neighbor lost their daughter, it's been about 4 years ago now, and his wife, when she was, living on her own, and he had to go clean her apartment, and he was going to get rid of a lot of her stuff, and his wife said, no, you're not. So he brought it to the house, and it's all in his shop out here. And the other day, my husband, because he's like, I don't know what to do with it. He's like, I didn't need all that stuff. And so him and my husband went yesterday and opened up his garage doors, which open into the alley, and his wife can't see it. And she never really goes out there much. So yesterday they, I need one more sponge because I didn't paint those. He helped him load up some stuff for him to take. I think they took it to the Goodwill or something, because he said, it's just sitting out there just doing nothing. And he says, I need to just, but she had to have it. Her and her daughter used to scrapbook a lot together, and I guess since her daughter passed, she doesn't do much of that anymore. Hi, Sandy, how are you? But yet she won't let him get rid of all the stuff. It's like, you don't want to do anything with it. So he's trying to sneak it out because he just doesn't have room for it. We'll get these all painted up, and then we can start putting our little snowman together. Let's see, I don't want to pour a lot out because I don't need a whole lot here. How you been, Sandy? I seen you went camping the other day. To get out of the heat, huh? I'm going to pounce this because I don't want it on there. I think it was you that I saw went camping. No, maybe it wasn't you. Maybe it was the other Sandy. Never mind. There's a couple of Sandys, and always get it confused. A lot of crafters with the same name. Yeah, yeah, I got to thinking about that. No, it wasn't you. Yeah. I think there's, well, 3 or 4. Well, good. I'm glad you're doing good. I didn't realize how many robins there were with pages too. All through school, I only knew one robin. My whole entire, oh crap, I just poured so much out. That dumped out, that white. I knew one robin the whole time I went through elementary, junior high, high school. And she spelt her name differently than I did. Uh-oh. She spelt her name with a Y. And we became friends. And I believe her family, of course, where I lived, was a military town. So, you know, you might have friends one year and then the next year they're gone. They've moved away. And there was never anybody else. I was in junior high and I never went to, and now I know like several robins. That's kind of funny. I lived in a very small community in Arizona, and there was actually a gal named Robin. She even had the same, she was actually a Robin Zimmerman also. I was like, now that's different. I poured a whole lot. I did not mean to pour this much paint out for just those little snowflakes. And here where we live, oh really? Wow. 7 tons of photos that your aunt kept. Oh, she doesn't? Oh. Well, when my mom just recently passed away, we kind of course, it was just my sister and brother and I, and then my mom's sister was all that's living from my mom's family, because her mom and dad's been gone a while. And my mom did get rid of a lot of stuff before she passed. So fortunately, some of the stuff she'd already given to us, the things that she wanted to pass down. So when she passed away, we were lucky that we didn't have too much to deal with. And my mom crafted also, but my aunt got most of that. So, because they would craft together, which is fine. Didn't bother me. I got enough craft stuff. I didn't need hers too. Which I did bring one item back that was a craft item from my mom, and it was a Sizzix machine. Other than that, Most of it my aunt got, which, like I said, was fine. Hey, Jamie, how are you? How's Jamie today? Make sure everything is dry. Okay. I think this should be, yeah, we're good. All right, so now I'm going to take my little gator sander and I'm going to sand everything. Oh, good. I'm glad you're good. Hope you're having a good day. This little kit, if you're into real whimsical, this would be really cute. I'm not, but you could do it with I almost thought about doing like textured wallpaper to give the little snowman a little bit of texture, and I changed my mind. But there's so many things you can do with this little guy. And he would be cute done, you know, all whimsical. Maybe with, I don't know, little polka dots or something. I don't know. Like I said, that's just not me. All right. I'm just kind of being careful because I don't want to break the pieces. While I'm sanding here. And we're going to get them all. Hello, Lindsay. How are you today? How's Miss Lindsay? Yeah, I think this is from, I think I got this one from Love and Faith. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. This one's from Love and Faith. It was either there or Beware. But for some reason, I'm thinking I got it from Love and Faith. And we'll get these sanded. I got it last winter, so, you know. It's a little snowman. Well, he's not little. It's going to be a snowman, Sandy. It's the Whimsical Snowman on Christina's website. The link for the kit is pinned down at the bottom. Yeah, I love snowman. Okay. Yes, he could. He could be done very whimsical. You are right. Like I said, you could do them up with lots of textures, scrapbook tape. I mean, there are so many things you could do with this little wood kit. I think that's what I like about doing some of these, like Christina's laser kits. All right. your creativity with them is, you know, and whatever you want. Do you, Jamie? Yeah. I like doing snowman. Snowman and angels are probably my two top favorites to do. I love doing either one of those. And I'm mostly just focusing on the edges. We're going to go over the whole thing, but get it all kind of grunged all up here. I considered chipping him, but I changed my mind. Crackle, if you're good with crackling, that would be cute to do with this. I am not good with crackle, so I usually don't do it. Okay. We're going to wipe all this down. Does anybody have big plans for the rest of the day or for the week or the weekend? I don't. We had our big plans last week. We went and spent a day with my husband's sister, and they fly out today. Got to spend the day with my two sons and a niece, and that was nice to see them. I'm gonna clean all this up, and I keep going back and forth on this little carrot. Let's sandwich just a little bit more on which way I'm going to put it on him. I think I've settled on, because I keep thinking I want to put him this way, but then I look and I think, well, maybe this way. For his little nose. All right, and then I painted this whole little cardinal, and I've got to paint his little beak. Oh, you're fine, Gwen. Picking up walnuts. Ooh, black walnuts. Ooh, what fun, Jamie. We have black walnuts here in Iowa. Yes, yeah, that's quite a process. Now, one year my father-in-law, and of course my brother-in-law, has property where he lives here in Iowa, and it's got a lot of black walnut trees, and we've got one that's just across the road here. It's not a very big one, and there's a couple in the neighborhood. But my brother-in-law's got them, and one year my father-in-law saved them and did all the work and put them in bags, and we wound up getting a bag of black walnuts from him one year. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do make a mess. My husband was watching the squirrels the other day. He was eating like I said, we've got a little one kind of across the way over here. And the squirrels, and they like to bury them in your yard. And my husband was watching the squirrel because he was trying to, yeah, they are a lot of work. He was watching to make sure the squirrel wasn't going to bury the walnut in the yard. Okay, so since I've painted this, I'm going to have to paint over the top of it. I painted our cardinal's beak red, and I shouldn't have. So I'm going to paint over it. We're going to paint it gold nugget. And hopefully, I think it'll be okay. Find a little brush here. And then I'll re-sand that. Yeah, they do take a lot of work. But his dad was, at the time my husband worked, and of course my father-in-law's been retired for many years, and he didn't really have anything else to do, so he dealt with the black walnuts. My husband said, well, if he's got time to do it, I don't. All right, I'm gonna dry that, and we'll sand it a little. Oh, your walnut tree died, Shelly? Oh my goodness, wonder why. Shoot, I put my sander away. So we're gonna sand this just a little. So now I've got the right color beak. It's now gold. Thank you for sprinkling. Okay, so now we're going to take my dark wax, my bare dark wax, and we're going to wax our pieces. And you would not have to do this part. This is just what I like. And I was going to get my, oh, that was not good. I stuck that in there. Brush in there. Forgot to take my little cap off. Or my little plastic protector thing on my brush. Oops. This is just my preference. I eventually want to get some white wax because I think that would been cute if I'd had some and go around the edge of his hat and his boots to make it look kind of like snow. I think is what I thought would be cute, but I don't have any right now. But I'm gonna get me some ordered. Because I really wanna. Hi Lulu, how are you? Thank you for sprinkling. How you doing today? Hey Griselda. Thanks everybody for popping in. Okay. Oops. And I got white paint on him. That's okay. And I'm not sure. I think I know where I'm going to put all the little snowflakes, but get them all used up. Like I said, I am going to add a little bow. Because what's a snowman without a bow? Of course, my husband gives me a hard time about my bows. smile on it. He was funny. I made him a sign, and I used his fireman's badge. And the other day he was looking for it. He was like, where is that? What did you do with my badge? I was like, well, I put it on that sign. He goes, well, where's the sign? And I hadn't had a chance to hang it up in his room yet. It's been gone for, I don't know. He knew what I was going to do. He even helped me take it off the plaque it was on so I could put it on the sign I made him. I was like, you helped me do it. Now you don't know where it's at. Hi, Carolyn. How are you? I will have... I seen somebody posted, I think it was Stephanie with Honey and Bear Creates. Did you guys see her morning post this morning with the gentleman? There was a gentleman on all fours, and there was another one who had a piece of wood on his back, and he was gonna use his saw and was gonna, and of course neither one of them had like safety goggles on. And I think it was like a meme. I says something about somebody needs to tell them they need to have their safety goggles on, or something like to that effect. And the other day, my daughter sent my husband a picture. You'll have to go to her page and read it. Anyway, the other day we got a picture of our grandson, our 3-year-old grandson. He was watching his iPad, and he has tools and stuff, and one of the little workbenches that he got, of course, came with safety goggles, and he's sitting there watching TV with these safety goggles on. So I had to send my daughter that post. She got a kick out of it. She says, I guess they need to have Sawyer come and teach them safety. It was pretty cute. I'll have to post that picture of him. And I guess he even conned his older sister because she was sitting there watching TV with him, and he got her to put a pair on too. I'm like, okay. Now that's a nice sister to do that for her. It was hilarious. And she got a kick out of that. And he's just staring at the TV with these safety goggles on. I'm like, okay. It's like, I guess, safety first. The things that go through kids' minds, right? Crack me up. All right, we're gonna hurry and get this done, and then all we got left to do is put him together. All right. If you haven't sprinkled, make sure you sprinkle. Christina's going to do Happy Mail for everybody that sprinkles this out. She's going to do a drawing for it. Still cloudy here. I don't know if we're supposed to get more rain or not. We have a town here that's only like population of about 400 people. And they found a 17-year-old girl in the park. Somebody had, thank you, Sandy. They caught the guy. He murdered her. And you just don't think about, you know, a little bitty town like that, something like that happening. I'm glad they caught him, but it's so sad. You never think that a tiny little town like this, that things like that happen. You don't expect it. It's not very far from me. Maybe 20, 30 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, it is. That's just... Okay. We're about done with this part, and then we'll put him together. All right. So I got my stain all around the edges, and I'm probably not going to do much more than that with that. I may put a tag on him, I don't know. So let's get our pieces over here. Yes, it is, Christina, it is crazy anymore. I mean, I got our granddaughter, you know, she's a freshman this year. She goes to a fairly large high school, and I know she was really scared about going, and it's like, you know, you understand why, you know. You understand why when things like that happen. Okay, so, we got to make sure I give my little cardinal an eye. And we got to make sure I give my little snowman his eyes. So real quick, I'm going to take some of that same angel, maybe, if I can get the lid off. Yeah, they are. Well, click on it. It is crazy, crazy, crazy. I was fortunate that, doggone it, my kids went to fairly small high schools and schools. But even that, you just don't, you don't know anymore. All right, I'm going to use the back of a paintbrush. For a little cardinal. So we got that finished. Well, other than his little wing. Yes? Oh.
Oh, you're done.
Okay, well, it's going to be a little bit. What you need?
I just need to know what that word is.
What word?
I can't read it. Vintage something right there.
Vintage pebble clay pots.
Pebble.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I know. Well, mine are, now I got grandkids. You know, you're glad your kids are out, but now, like me, I got grandkids that are in. So, it's like, yeah. I am going to, let me check something here real quick. I like to use the ends of dowels if I can, And this is fairly, but I think this is too big. Well, actually that will work. So we're going to use the end of the dowel. The nice thing about these wood kits too is there's, you know, laser marks for like where the wing will go on your cardinal, and for their face and things. So I have little eyes here, so I'm going to use this end because it's a little, and this little dowel will fit about right in, but I need some more paint here. In the lid, and we'll make some little eyes. I'm gonna use this. I got a little too much. Let's not get paint in my hair. Or spill it. That would be my next thing, is I'd spill it. Well, they're not perfect, but that's okay. They're a little wonky. My eyes are always a little wonky. I swear that's my trademark, wonky eyes. Hey, Peg, how are you today? How you doing? Okay, so I'm gonna dry this just a little. So hopefully I don't mess it up. All right, put that away since I didn't use that. So now we can put them together. So I'm going to use my tight bond. Faces are hard, I know, Jamie. And so this is the fabric I'm going to use for the little hat band. And I'll probably add a little bit of greenery. I don't know yet. So actually, I think we'll add that on there first. And we'll get that down. I'm kind of afraid to, I don't want to lay it down because I don't know how dry that paint is. So I'm just going to kind of lay it on its side right here. Come on. Oh, I got lots of glue there. There we go. Oh, well, congratulations, Gail. Gail's our Happy Meal winner. And I'll glue this. Yep, so do we, Shelley. We pray every morning for our children and our grandchildren. For God's protection on them, that's for sure. All right, I'm gonna tack that just a little bit right here. There we go. Hey, Denise, how are you? Okay. How you doing today? All right, so I'm going to use my Tight Bond and my Stick Fast for the gluing these wood pieces on here. And we'll get it put together. My stomach is making noise. You just line up the edges on everything. Oh no. You got put in reply jail? Oh no, Peg. I don't get that, I guess. I don't understand. Some people can reply on any and everything, and then others, they say 2 words and they get put in Facebook jail. Well, thank you for having me on your page today, Christina. I love it. Yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and go this up on our little nose here. So we'll get that down. I'm gonna hold it just a minute. Oops. Come on. Isn't he? I love that nose. He's just too cute. He's adorable. Adorable. So then the little feet, we'll do them next. I'm going to slide him up here. And the little shoe, this is the little heel for his little shoe. And then, like I said, I got these little Jenga blocks, and I think I'm going to use those on the back of his feet, because we're going to give him a little bit more dimension, make it kind of look like little. So I'm going to add a little. He is cute. Okay. He is a cutie. Oh, this is what it's covering. I got the label covered. I'll show you. Well, this is kind of what it looks like. It's called Stick Fast, Pam. It's almost like what they call super glue for wood, I guess is what you could call it. So you're going to get an instant hold with that. And I use the Tight Bond for a long-lasting hold. On your other little heel. I'm just kind of lining the heel up with the bottom of the heel with the bottom of the shoe and centering it. So it looks like that. That's a little off. Oops. It shifted on me just a little bit. Oh, come on. Dig on it. That'll be good. You're welcome. So I'm not going to worry too much, but I'm going to take these little jingle blocks, and these already happen to be painted black. I probably had them for another project. And we're going to put a little bit of this. Yep, you're right, Rita. You don't, it's kind of like super glue. You get it on your fingers, it's not coming off. So be careful when you use it, right? And I'm kind of centering this jingle block in the middle of our little foot here. And there's not a whole lot of, I probably should have put a little bit of this in there, but that's okay. It's not going to go nowhere. And then I'm going to just kind of put them right. I'm going to hold this up because I want it to kind of be level with the base of my snowman. So hopefully he'll kind of stand up. All right, Shelly, thank you for joining me. Thank you for popping in, spending a few minutes with us. Appreciate it. Have a nice day. Nice rest of your day. And I'm going to just kind of do the same with this one. I'm going to raise it up. I'm going to kind of turn it. Oops, come on. And they're not, I didn't get them exact, but that's okay. Isn't he just adorable? I don't know if he's gonna, nothing stands on my desk here. Hopefully it'll stand. It may not stand. Oh well, we'll get it figured out. Okay. So put a little wing on. And our little bird, our little cardinal, which I'm not getting way. So there's our little cardinal. All right, I'm gonna move this out of the way. And we're gonna do, it's just gonna be a little bow to put on his little neck. Oh shoot, I didn't grab my, And then we'll get the rest of it put together. Decide where I want to put the snowflakes and stuff. And I just had this, it was just a piece of scrap. And there was just enough to put the little hat band on and make just a tiny little bow, because we don't need a really big bow. Just some scraps I had. I have a little tub full of like little scrap pieces, you know, fabric, and I went through it and found this. And I didn't have to. I don't know if you guys do that. Save all your little scrap pieces. Thank you, Sandy. He is a cutie. He is a cutie. I did her other one. She's got another one that I did. He's standing with a birdhouse next to it. That one was really cute too. I think all of her wood kits are cute though. It's always hard to decide which ones to get. Which ones to pick out. And do it. He's an adorable snowman, Denise, you're right. Okay, so just she's got a lot of different ones too. I think different than a lot of the other. Some unique ones. Okay. Trim it down. I don't think there's too many that have surfaces like you do. So if you guys are just looking for a wood kit that's just a surface to use, she's got several of them on their website, of those even. So it's just a tiny little bow. I'm not going to put a scarf on him, I don't think. Hey, Lori, how are you? Let's see. I got this piece left. I might be able to. Maybe. Let's see. I might add this. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe I will add that little scrap piece there. We'll kind of scrunch it down, make it look like a little little scarf piece here. How you been, Lori? I'm gonna put a bead of glue, maybe, if I can get it to come out. And I'm gonna kind of pinch it to gather it. Maybe. There. And then we'll do just like that. Oh no, I'll be praying for him. Hey artist, how are you? Your little guy's sick. I'll keep him in my prayers. Seems like it's going around. A lot of people getting COVID or colds, or you would think it's too early in the season, but it's sure going around. All right, I'm gonna trim this off. How are you, artists? And then I'll put our little bow over the top, and it'll just look like a little scarf. I know it's not hanging down, but that's okay. Just another little, you know, element we're gonna add. Good. And I think what I was gonna do, here we go. So just make it look kind of like a little scarf around his neck. And then we got our little hat band. So it all kind of goes together. So then I was thinking this little, because I got 3 different snowflakes here and they're different sizes. But I'm thinking I might put one of them right in the center of our bow. And our little cardinal goes up at the top. And I hadn't decided. He's a cutie, isn't he? This bigger one, I'm gonna add to his shoe. And I do have a little tag, and I'm thinking I'm gonna put do something on the tag. So, oops, I didn't glue that down yet. But, and I might have to put a little block or something. I was hoping that would kind of rest on there, but I guess they're not going to. Okay, we'll put our little cardinal on. He is adorable. I'm just gonna put a little dab of this tight bond in the middle of this, and then we're gonna add some of this stick fast. Although I think I just messed up because I don't think I put it where it's gonna, doggone it, I put it, let's go up a little higher, maybe up here. All right, now let's put it on there. Make sure I get it where the glue's at. Yeah, he is so stinking cute. And let's see, I'm gonna move this bow dabber out of the way. And we're gonna, yeah, we'll just do a quick little tag. And I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna put these. I know the one little snowflake I'm gonna put on the bow. And we'll just do burr on our little tag. Oops. And I need a piece of twine here. Oh, that's not going to be big enough. I don't know if that one will be or not. There we go. And we'll add that. And then, like I said, I'll figure out where I'm gonna add these other two snowflakes. So we're gonna get some wax on here. I didn't really grunge the edge. Usually I do, but I didn't this time. But I did crinkle the tag all up, so. But we'll get some wax on it and make it look all grunged up. Here we go. And we'll get that down. And my little, and I'm either, like I said, I don't know if I want to, maybe I'll just add it right there on that hat band and then not do any, because I was thinking about adding a little bit of greenery, but I don't know. But this one will go there. Right here with our tag and on our bow. And yeah, maybe just add it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to add it right there. Make sure I get the glue in the right spot. just like that. Put the lids on my... I've been trying to clean this off. My last bottle of Stick Fast was... Alright. And I might add some snow on him. But pretty much, I think he's cute. I think he's adorable. I love him. He is just a cutie patootie, I think. So that's the wood kit I did. Miss Christina's wood kit, guys. The link is pinned there at the bottom. I will also put the link in the comments. Yes, Peg, it does dry clear. It does dry clear. He's a cute. That I know, Denise. The nose is also what cracks me up. His nose is a hoot. So, but I may have to work on putting something on him so that he stands. I was hoping the little feet would do that, but and it could be my desk because my desk doesn't always let me set things and they don't stand. But I can take it somewhere else and it stands just fine. So it could just be my desk. I don't know why, but yeah. Anyway, thank you for Christina for letting me be on your page today and doing this cute little guy. And thank you all for joining me. I will take a picture and I will post it. But I think he turned out he's just the cutest, I think. Oh yeah, you could do it just as good as me. You could do it just as good as me, artists. These kits are easy to work with. And I think it's great when other people get them because then they do them up completely different. And it's always fun to see how somebody else does it and their take on it. So, but anyway, yeah, she could. Hi, Marlene. Yeah, he's a cutie. But anyway, I'll let you guys go. Thank you again for joining me. Yeah, she could. She does some wonderful things, so I know she could do it. And again, thank you for Christina for letting me be here. And gosh, an hour and a half, guys. Sorry to keep you so long. You guys, yes, you have a great rest of your day too, Christina. And thank you all for joining me. You guys bless me all the time. And you guys have a wonderful, blessed rest of your day. Bye.